The killers arrived at the Hema village of Maze as the people prepared their evening meal. The extreme cruelty of what followed lives in the memory of the village. They were attacked by members of the Lendu ethnic group.
Ile trasi ilionekana hapa. Kutoka hapa mpaka hapa kukinywa ilipasuka. Tena balikata hapa. Na balitakata hapa.
Malobi Lika witnessed his sister Marie's murder as he fled. When UN and local officials arrived the following morning, they found scenes of horror. Women and children hacked where they'd been cornered. 4-year-old Rose Mapenzi was strapped to her mother's back when both were set upon by a man with a machete. She was found beside her murdered mother. Now her father says Rose is silent and far away. The dead were placed in these mass graves, bougainvillea flowers laid freshly each day. The men here were angry with us, with the UN, the foreigners who listened to their stories but did not save them.
Lorsqu'ils vont payer les gens qui ont mort ici, qui vont les payer? Qui vont nous aider? On vient seulement nous trancasser, on vient seulement nous... Oh, il y a telle enquête, il y a telle... Alors on vient avec des appareils, alors il n'y a aucune solution. Aucune solution. On regrette ça.
The UN chief for the province visited Maze the morning after the massacre and feels a personal sense of failure.
I think the organization I work for is letting these people down. Their government is letting these people down, and I think the world is also letting these people down. That's why we try as much as we can to make sure that these kind of horrific things are not happening under our watches.
But how? With just 15,000 UN troops in Congo, a country the size of Western Europe, where 4 million people have been uprooted by different conflicts, villages razed by fire, schools and hospitals closed. Medical staff have been murdered in previous massacres, yet we met a nurse who decided to stay despite the risk of being killed. Jean-Marie Lombu is the only one of 52 colleagues who remains at Drodro Hospital. Here he's helping a child seriously ill with malaria.
Et je suis resté pour sauver la vie des gens qui sont restés ici. Si on part tous les infirmiers qui partent tout à tiens, ça sera mauvais pour la population.
For the parents, hope rests in the skill of one brave nurse. Many times I've walked through abandoned villages like this, not just here in Congo, but in other African countries as well. And it's almost always described as the consequence of ethnic violence, but it's never just that. What happened in Maze can't be separated from the greater political crisis in Congo, from corruption, from misrule, from a president clinging to power. This is a place without trust, where the state and its agents are feared. Even before the violence here, the opposition accused the government of spreading chaos in other areas to prevent elections. In another village, I met a Lendu elder, Jean Mjango, who told me he worried that both sides were being manipulated.
Hatujui kama watu wengine ngambo ya yulu, sijui kama watu wengine kama ya yulu wana nini, wanatu externalize.
But the state's highest-ranking official here, Governor Jefferson Abdallah Mbaka, rejects any suggestion that ethnic conflict is being manipulated to keep the president in power.
Je ne pense pas qu'il puisse y avoir un chef d'État, même s'il ne veut pas qu'il y ait des élections, qu'il tisse ces populations. Pour quelle raison? Pour qu'il devienne super président de la République. Je ne vois aucune raison.
People have crowded in here for safety, and that's largely because there's a UN base up the road. But the killers are still out there, and a new attack could come at any time. In a country where millions have already died in conflict, the massacre at Maze is a warning to the world of what can happen as Congo slides ever deeper into crisis.